banvuma nga nvimba amakubo ne bampita omulalu abalala ne banjalaga nti nvimba lwabo n'omuswazi bwe nafuna kyokka ensi yansobera. Happiness is a true reward of hard work. But what about me who don't work hard but work smart? I call it niceness. Welcome, my name is Teacher Mpamire, niceness. Teacher Mpamire on the street, niceness. Teacher Mpamire, the question today is about funeral rites. Funeral rites. What are funeral rites? Do we have funeral rites in Uganda? What would you do if they deny you your funeral rights? Let's find out from Dangala Kamocha. I say niceness, man. Introducing the one and only.
Only about what you ask about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, pull up. Get up here, man.
So that is supposed to give the rap about this. So that is supposed to ask about in your illustration. So if you want the music, so give your people in the state to be in the public. So that is supposed. So
yes, I'm here with my brother. Yes, how are you, boss?
Fine, how are you?
What's your name?
Dixon.
Dixon from?
From Natete.
Natete. Dixon, what are funeral rites?
Funeral rites are rites that anybody who anyone can do. Yes. He or she wants. I think it is that.
Oh. Yeah. At least give me 3 examples of funeral rites in Uganda.
The right to speak, right to talk. I mean, right to vote.
Yes.
Right to. Okay. There are so many rights you can't tell you all.
What's the difference between funeral rights and human rights?
Funeral rights is for men and human rights is for women.
Yes. So which one do you prefer?
Funeral, because I'm a man. Yes, funeral rights I like. I prefer eat more than human rights.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm a man. We also get violated there in families, but nowhere to run. Yes.
So according to you, what are funeral rights?
Funeral rights are these are respects given to dead bodies afterwards. These are respects given to dead bodies afterwards, like you pay.
What are funeral rights?
Funeral rights. Funeral rights are rights for being persons.
Yes.
As like me. Because me, I'm a being person.
Yes. So do you have funeral rights?
I have.
Yes. What shows that you have funeral rights?
First of all, I have a life. Second, I have children.
Yes.
Yes, and I have a wife.
Yes. Today we are talking about funeral rights. Do you know funeral rights?
I hear them.
What are funeral rights?
Right to live, right to die. When you are dead, the rights you get that you should be buried. Those are funeral rights.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why are they called the funeral rights?
They are called funeral rights because when you are dead, you have the right to be buried.
Yes.
Not to stay up on the ground. You go in bithini wansi mutaka. Yes.
Yes. What are funeral rights?
My funeral right. My funeral right is I have to eat well and I have to get a medical care.
Yes. Do we have funeral rights in Uganda?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we are still suffering. We are still suffering. Yeah.
What are your rights?
My rights? Those rights, like one day get traffic rights.
Do you have funeral rights at home?
Some, but not all. Yeah, because sometimes, the women, they violate our rights. Yes.
Yes. Well, why do you think women violate funeral rights at home?
Sometimes it can be caused by the responsibilities, like for us who are earning a little.
Yes.
You find a woman wants something big whereby you don't have, and she can start from there and cause that violence. Yes,
can a nursing nurse a nursing nurse when a nursing nurse nurses a nurse?
Can a nursing nurse nurse a nursing nurse when a nursing nurse is already a nurse? Can a nursing nurse nurse a nursing nurse when a nursing nurse is already a nurse?
Can a nursing nurse? That's a nursing nurse. Can a nursing nurse? That's a nursing nurse. Can a nursing nurse? That's a nursing nurse.
Can a nursing nurse nurse a nursing nurse nurses a nursing nurse? Can a nurse nursing a nurse nurses who nurses a nursing nurse?
Can a nursing nurse nurses a nurse when a nursing nurse nurses a nurse?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because the nurse is nursing. Yes.
So?
He cannot nurse a nurse.
Kana nasi hayo. Tuchapamire omanyi. Kana nasi tuchapamire. Ako kayinza okunumya olulimi. Kuba kawambu ate kalimu kana nasi ate nasi is obune nursing nurse. Nizo kasola bulungi.
Okay. What is the difference between human rights and funeral rights?
Human rights, that's when you are still living, you have human rights. When you are dead, you get funeral rights. Issues concerning with the dead people is called the funeral rights. Living people, they get human rights. Yeah, that is the difference.
Why do you think we don't have funeral rights?
The way I'm seeing, like the duration where the corona is still here. We used to stay at home without work. That is the funeral right, because for us youth we have to work. We have to work hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have funeral rights?
I have a funeral rights.
Are you sure you have funeral rights?
I'm sure.
Give me at least 4 funeral rights that you have.
To choose my leaders, to choose my families, to choose my leaders of my village.
Yes.
Like that. I have those I have.
Adam from Marua, what are funeral rights?
Funeral rights, Teacher Mpamire, I don't know.
Is it good to have funeral rights at home?
Yes, it's good to have rights at home.
Why?
Because in our world, we have to have rights.
Can a nursing a nurse when a nurse is nursing a nurse?
Why?
The work which nurse is not able to work, doctor can able to work. A work which defeated a nurse, doctor can able to work that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can a nursing nurse, nurse a dancing nurse, then a dancing nurse, nurse a dancing nurse? Can a nursing nurse, nurse a nursing nurse, then a dancing nurse, dance a dancing nurse?
Can a nursing nurse nurse a nurse when a nursing nurse nurses a nurse?
Yes, it can be. A nursing nurse can a nursing nurse nurses a nurse.
Repeat that.
Can a nursing nurse nurses a nurse when nursing nurse nurses a nurse? Yeah, man.
Yo, nursing nurse. Nursing the nurse. No, that's the nursing nurse. Nursing the nurse.
Yes.
Repeat what you said.
You said what you have
First
said.
you so go talk.
Do you have funeral rights?
Yes, I have.
What shows that you have funeral rights?
I have a funeral right for medical care, and I'm hitting well.
Yes. So police and the government, who is responsible for funeral rights?
Police.
Why?
Because they used to keep law and order. They used to keep law and order. Keeping law and order.
Yeah. Yes. Who is responsible for funeral rights?
I think all of us. But they should at least, government should at least give something that can balance men and women. Yeah, that is all caused most of the tight rules that given government to the women. For example, when you try to talk to the woman, and then she will tell you that I'm going to the police to report to you, and yet she's the one who caused the violence.
Exactly.
Yes.
Give me at least 2 examples of funeral rights.
Disease party. One, disease party.
What is disease party?
A party, a tribute they give you when you are gone to remember you.
Yes.
I don't have it in proper English. I just call it disease party. The party they give that tribute. They pay you when you are dead, when you are gone. Disease party. Direct translation. Disease party.
Do you have funeral rights at home?
I have funeral rites at home.
What are your funeral rites at home?
To control my family, to see the way how I must help them to get their right, to look how they can get the treatment. That's the only thing which I have. Hey.
Okay. How are your funeral rights violated?
Funeral rights are violated by beating us, as like police. Police beating us, torture us, and so forth and so on.
Should we have a member of parliament for funeral rights?
We should have a member.
Why?
Because to have a member to go there in the parliament,
yes,
and talk on our issues, others have a bubuka.
What would you do if your funeral rights are denied?
We bury them. We throw them in the water.
Yes. Why?
Now their right is obedient now. They don't have right now.
Exactly. So what advice do you give to those who don't have funeral rights at home?
I can say that they can go to those people who are actually, let me say, counselors, because the government will not help them.
Yes.
The counselors, you can go there and they counsel you, and you at least you change your minds. Because most of the people, they have killed themselves because of the violence, lacking their what? Lacking their responsibility. I mean their respect.
Okay. Yes. Should funeral rights be for the dead or for the living?
They should be for the living. But now the problem is only that they are not handled the way they should be.
Yes. What problems are facing funeral rights in Uganda?
Lack of job. Police are killing. Yeah.
What's the difference between human rights and funeral rights?
Human rights, funeral rights, they can look the way how people, they must control you to lead you. Don't disturb other people. Don't beat somebody. That is it. That is the way human rights.
Then funeral rights?
Funeral rights, this is the way how I can choose my leaders, choose my family, like that, and villagers. That is the difference between those things.
Give me at least 4 examples of funeral rights.
Example of funeral rights?
Yes.
You have to take the children to school and good medical care. And if the woman is pregnant, you have to take to hospital and have to eat well.
Yes. Okay. Can a nursing nurse nurse a nursing nurse when a nursing nurse nurses a nurse?
Nursing, nurse kandi nursing a nurse nursing. So ekidako kyekiriwo akati sikitegedde bulungi.
Can a nurse nursing a nurse who nursing a nurse? Yeah.
Why?
Because the nurse nursing the because a nurse nursing the nurse who nursing the nurse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the nurse nursing the
Pardon?
Can a nursing nurse nurse a dancing nurse? Then a dancing nurse dance a dancing nurse.
Pardon?
Can a dancing nurse dance a dancing nurse? Then a dancing nurse dance a dancing.
Why? Why?
Because the dancing nurse can't dance a dancing nurse.